a few legends fade. The reason is Riyadh season, and now some of that Saudi Arabian magic is just starting to get sprinkled around the world. We saw it last month as pound-for-pound star Terence Crawford his Riyadh season debut, and we'll see it again, Wembley Stadium on Saturday night. The main event, of course, former two-time unified world heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua taking on the newly crowned heavy-handed Daniel Dynamite Dubois. He is now the world champion heading into this fight. It's an explosive head-on collision in the heavyweight division. An undercard all set up here. Well, in what is becoming the norm for Riyadh season, you can't even really call this an undercard. So many of these fights could be the main event. And we've very much got the UK covered. London to Leeds, we've got West Midlands to Belfast, Scotland to Sunderland. A little bit of everything on Saturday night. And by the way, as if that wasn't supersonic enough, we've even got a little bit of Liam Gallagher on Saturday night. So make sure you tune in if you're not lucky enough to be.
I can't stand carrying around business cards. I just went to a net.
These fighters. Let's start with a very intriguing fight in the super lightweight division. We're speaking about unforgettable nights. Well, there was a young gentleman sat on the end of the table there on my left side who received an unforgettable phone call. Josh Hadley will be taking on Mark Chamberlain on Saturday night. And Josh, I'm going to start with you here, because I read a brilliant article in The Sun about you. You managed to get a full page in The Sun from Wally Downs, talking about how you are giving up the job of becoming, or of being an electrician to follow this boxing dream. Big night for you on Saturday.
Yeah, big night. I want to first of all say thank you to everybody involved in Riyadh season. It's been nothing short of amazing this week. But yeah, the last 8 weeks I've managed to become a full-time athlete and give myself the best chance possible come Saturday night.
Well, I've heard you say that you will be Mark Chamberlain's best opponent yet. And I put that to Mark Chamberlain quite recently, who sat at the other end.
Oh, you've got some backing up to do.
Well, look, Mark, just chime in. I mean, when you talk to me, you said he needs to give his head a wobble, and you'll give his head a wobble. I mean, what are the thoughts here, gents?
You can try, like. I'm sure he's going to try, but I back myself, and I definitely think I'm going to be Mark's hardest test today.
How do you claim you as my hardest test?
Because I haven't had a chance to prove myself yet.
Okay.
You're my proof, so when I beat you Saturday night, then...
You've got a lot of backing up to do if you're going to beat me. Trust
That's
me.
what I'm coming to do, bro, don't worry.
You can have a go, but you're not going to.
Mark, your opponent is also on record saying that he will bring chaos on Saturday night. How do you deal with chaos, Mark?
Same as every fight, really. They all talk the talk, and when they get punched on the chin, it all changes for them, so you'll soon find out.
You're becoming a bit of a favourite around Riyadh, it's no secret. His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh has highlighted you as one of his favourite fighters, maybe his favourite fighter. That's a lot of pressure heading into Saturday.
Yeah, obviously there's added pressure there, but while we're on that subject, I would like to thank Turki Al-Sheikh, Spencer Brown, Queensbury, Frank Warren, everyone involved for letting me be involved in these platforms. And like I say, you're going to see another explosive performance on Saturday night, and we'll come away with another victory and keep everyone happy and hopefully be part of these big platforms in the future.
Shout out to you, Mark.
Let me just talk to you here. Do you think he's overlooking you at all? He speaks with a lot of confidence as to how he's going to deal with you on Saturday night.
I mean, is obviously going off what...
Hold on just a second, guys.
being beat. Ray Robinson, you should have lost. David Avenessian beat you. And I'm the most productive British boxer. No joke. So you're overlooking me, but Saturday night, bro, you're gonna be in there with the hell, bro. I'm telling you now.
I'm excited to see.
I dare you to meet me in the middle of the ring. I know what you're gonna do. Hit, move, hit, man. I'm gonna be on you the whole way, bro. And you've never had it like me, bro. You get me? And you're overlooking me, and your trainer knows, bro. He knows, and you can't train for my style. So you've been training for Liam Smith, yeah, but you can't train for my style. You're gonna laugh, bro. You're a pretty boy. You're not cut like me, bro. I tell you now, you ain't cut like me. I'm fit, bro. I ain't here for no payday. I'm here because I believe I'm gonna knock you out, bro. You ain't making it to the top. Let me tell you.
You get me. When I knock you out, you get me.
See, bro. Bro. We are gonna send everyone because everyone seems
There's levels to this game.
The truth is, every single time you've stepped up, you've been beat, bro.
You learn.
Me and you have got the same best win. Troy's my best win. I have no amateur.
2 years on, I finished, boy. I finished,
bro.
I finished them.
We're gonna see on Saturday. All the talking's done, yeah. Saturday night's
You're doing a lot of talking.
You're gonna see a real superstar.
You're doing a lot
That's
of
what
talking.
I'm gonna show you.
You're doing a lot of talking there.
Trust me, bro.
Listen, we'll see. I'm excited.
I'm gonna show you, Josh.
I'm grateful for you taking the fight.
Show you, bro.
This late notice against
I'm
someone like me.
bro. And I've got some balls on your chest, bro.
You got some balls on you.
I dare you.
Hold you up. Hold you
in the
up.
middle of the ring with me.
Hold you up.
I dare you.
You don't
Prove
punch
to
enough.
everyone you're a
You don't
superstar what they
you don't
think you
punch
are.
enough.
Step in the middle of the ring with me and stay there with me. You were going to kick me.
Yeah.
You're going to kick me anyway. We'll see you anyway. You're gonna
Okay.
believe.
I'm excited to see.
I'm excited.
A lot of
Believe me. When I got that call 6 days notice, mate, I couldn't sleep. I got out of my bed and I was up the whole day after watching Canelo beat fucking, sorry for my language, after watching Canelo beat Belanga. I'm gonna beat you, bro.
I'm a little bit excited here, Ishmael.
I'm gonna see.
Save that energy for Saturday night.
Yeah, man.
Save that.
Cool.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, that was one question, by the way, ladies and gentlemen.
A bit excited.
Just the one.
Excited.
Because you know what it is? I hate people.
Excited.
I know what I'm about, so I hate, people, no, listen, there's no bad blood yet, but I hate people talking down to me, down about me, like, oh yeah, like, I'm training for world level and this, bro, you're not world level, bro. When have you been world level? Never. And I believe I'm going there, so we're going to see, because you're in my...
Have a look at my box, Rick. Have a look at your box, Rick. Have a look at what I've fought, and have a look at you fought.
It doesn't
Have a look at that. Have a look at you, Pete.
It doesn't matter, bro.
You're
telling you that I'm the most aggressive British boxer. I've had no amateurs, bro. I've had 2 fights on TV.
Yeah.
The first one, the second one was much better.
Well
this
done.
one's going to be much better.
Well done.
And I've had 3 weeks in camp.
You're getting very excited. You need to save that energy,
Yeah,
That's
cool.
come out of nowhere. That's
Keep
nervous
this
energy.
all the time, bro. You're not where I'm
Nervous
bro.
energy.
Where I come from, man, you make a mistake, your life's gone, bro. You ain't from there, you're a pretty boy, bro. So let me tell you that.
We're boxing, brother. We're boxing.
Remember that.
We're boxing, know me. We're
Anyway, talk.
Where am I
We'll
from?
see Saturday night.
We're boxing.
Okay, gentlemen, thank you. Ishmael, I asked you one question, so I should, of course, ask Josh one question. Hi, Josh, great to see you, by the way.
Great to see you, Dave.
Listen, you've had to switch, make the change, 6 days' notice. It was going to be Liam Beatty Smith. It's now this man who is intent on taking your head off on Saturday. How has that switch been for you?
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank Spencer, Wasserman, Turkey Al Sheikh for helping me out, keeping on this card. It's been beautiful, I believe he's going to bring exactly what Liam is going to bring. Liam's world class at it, that's the difference. Ishmael's improved himself world class at it, so I was getting ready for someone on that level and that magnitude. And I just put our stars and our boxing ability side by side, and I believe he's getting tossed in the deep end late notice. It's a lot of excitement and a lot of I know I belong here. I brought Ishmael to the table, accepting this fight. So Ishmael's going to be excited. He's going to come out. He's going to fight off a lot of nerves. But when it comes to crunch time, when you're in front of the big crowd in Wembley Stadium, it's going to come on top real quick.
He's talking about...
I'm made for this. Believe me, I'm made for this.
Well, you want him to stand and trade with you, right? Josh, he's made that pretty clear. Come and have a fight with me. Will you stand and trade with him? You can have a fight with him?
He hasn't got enough power for me to respect him, really, to stand there and trade, do you know what I mean? If he's stopping the guys on the feet and then seeing his pagger Troy Williamson didn't take one backward step, didn't get hurt once in the fight. I hurt Troy Williamson 5 times.
It's a lie, bro. It's a lie.
4 or 5
You will
times.
see tonight.
At 120, 109. 120, 109.
Josh.
120, 109.
You're a nice guy, bro.
116,
Listen, let's just allow the chat. Yeah, I'll see you Saturday.
116, 140. You start the chat, though, Ishmael.
Yeah,
Go on, start.
I'm
one question, you went off.
Bro, like I'm gonna be doing it.
Ask you one question, you
down
went
about
off.
me, bro. I've not said no, but respectful, and I heard you talking down about me. I've got to come.
Lad,
who I am.
you need to give it a rest. You need to wind it in. Just chill out.
Cool.
Just relax.
Cool.
We'll get it on Saturday. Don't worry. Relax.
Saturday, you're gonna see, bro.
Relax. I know it's the first time here, but listen, we're all big boys here. Let's just relax.
Good
Let's
show.
just relax.
Bro. This is the biggest show, yeah, but it's not about this, bro. This don't mean
This is your first time at the
fight.
table.
That means so much, bro. Because if I lose the fight, all this is gone. So it don't matter. Just believe I've got that in mind.
Hey, so you're looking at pressure on yourself. Don't worry. Make sure you put with that pressure.
Bro. Same for you. You lose this fight. Where you going? Everyone's gonna laugh at you, bro. Because you think you're a superstar.
I am
Big superstar.
I'm moving along. We've got so many brilliant fights. I could probably listen to you talk all day, and you probably could talk all day. Brilliant stuff. Middleweight fight coming up. Josh Kelly.
Thank you, Mr. Dev.
Ishmael Davis. Thank you, Mr. Josh Kelly. Thank you, Ishmael.
That meant wrap it up. Shout out to Gav, Michael Buckland, Mel Sullivan, Marlon Thornell, Squilla 50. Counterpunch to everybody in the chat. Let's continue because they were going hard.
What we can do, let's have a chat here. Josh, this is for the IBO World Super Featherweight Championship, by the way. Josh, great to see you. You know all about the Leeds Warrior, Josh Warrington, at featherweight, tenacious, never took a step back. He's got that will, that grit. But what is Josh Warrington like at super featherweight?
Absolutely massive. I'd like to just carry on echoing, boys. Thank you to all those involved in giving this opportunity. Frank, Eddie, Spencer, His Excellency. It's a new chapter for me. Super featherweight. Been a featherweight for over 12 years, championship level. But you know what, it's one of them things where you look back over your career, maybe should have done this, you should have done that, but now's the time I step up, and this camp, I felt the benefits from it. You know, everyone talks about having the best camp and this, that, and the other, but I feel really strong, feel really good, and I'll show on Saturday night that it's a decision that I should have done a few years ago.
Your opponent, Anthony Kakachi, the champ over there, he says that your style is perfect for him. If he wants to box you, he can box you. If he wants to fight you, he can fight you. What do you think about that?
Oh, you tries to get a wooden spoon in there, Dev. And we know between me and him, there's a lot of animosity in this room, but nothing but respect for the man. He's a new champion. Listen, you're not going to get loads of screaming and shouting at me, and I don't think you're going to do what I'm. One thing I will guarantee you is action on Saturday night, and I think that's the way that I've always done my business. And I think that's the same with him as well. So, we might not shout and scream at each other, but listen, don't miss our fight, because I guarantee it'll be the fight of the night. I'm experienced. I'm experienced in this game, and I think I've dealt with every single style that I've come against. We've been tall, short, a boxer, a puncher. I've been in with them big guys, and a lot of the time I've come through it. So that experience, you can't buy that, and it goes a long way.
Josh, I've heard you say you want to be in fights that people remember. You've already been in so many that people will remember. Mm-hmm. What will people be saying about Josh Warrington on Saturday night?
Just stepped up and never turned his back, and even when the chips were down and things weren't going his way, he turned up and did the business. I said that there about the belts because I'm disappointed the IBF's not on the line now, but it just is. It's about like I say, it's about the fight, and we're gonna have an exciting fight this weekend. And the journey of Josh Watson will continue.
Okay, let's hear from your opponent, the champ, the Andy Town Apache, Anthony Kakachi. Brilliant, thrilling win over Joe Cordain the last time out of your Usyk undercard. And now you head into this fight as the champion. You head in as the favourite. You head in, surely, with the pressure.
No, there's no pressure. Josh, he's a two-time world champion. His career's been filled with success. I'm only getting a bit of success now. Josh is a great champion, featherweight. You know, he's moving up in weight this one. You know, he's a bit stronger and whatever else. But I'm a big super featherweight, and it's going to be a tough night for him.
Well, you said that his style is perfect for you. Just tell us a little bit more about that. Why is it so perfect for you?
That box, he's smaller than me, you know, he's going to come on the shots. I'm not going to have to go looking for him. So, you know, also, you know, he's a big set of balls. He's big heart. He's going to come for a proper fight. And that's exactly what I want him to do. So, you know, Josh, he's a good lad. I've got nothing bad to say about him. You know, his accolades speak for themselves. He's done everything. Fought some great champions, beat them, so I know I'm in for a hard night, but listen, no one's taking these belts off me.
What is it that makes you unbeatable right now? Because I've heard the way you've been talking ahead of this fight. There's an intensity about you, there's something in your eyes. It feels like it's going to take a lot to beat you, but what do you think? What is making you so tough to beat right now?
Well, no man's unbeatable, every man's beatable, but you know, again, this is all new to me. I've worked from I was 9 years of age and now 35. You know, I've worked to have these in front of me and to have these type of nights ahead, you know, so I don't want to be giving these away, you know, a couple of months down the line, you know, but I know I'm not taking Josh for granted. I know exactly what he's going to bring, you know, I know he's locked in, but again, the belts will come with me.
Okay, thank you very much, Anthony Kakachi. Thank you, Josh Warrington. Brilliant super featherweight fight. Two gentlemen, if you watch the face-off, you'll see they'll probably be friends after this, but when the first bell rings, they are going to give it absolutely everything on Saturday night. Well, we've got a brilliant fight at light heavyweight. The WBO interim light heavyweight championship is on the line. Willie Hutchinson and Joshua Buatsi. Now, the build-up to this fight has been, let's say, ill-tempered. For those that haven't seen the clips, it got a little bit out of hand when they did a face-off. They had to be separated by security. I'm hoping it doesn't kick off today because I'm certainly not worthy of being a security man. But let's start with Willie Hutchinson. Let's start with the Hutch train. It was a brilliant win last time out against Craig Richards. You went into that fight telling everyone what you were going to do, telling everyone that you're going to beat this man, you were the underdog, but you did it. How do you feel about this one?
100%, Dev, 100%. Listen, look at the people we're up here with. For me, this is unbelievable. It's, I mean, what an experience, do you know what I mean? A lot of great fighters up here, but like I said, Dev, last time out, everything I said I'd done, I basically done with far from knock him out, and I nearly did 2, 3 or 4 times, do you know what I mean? And I'm just looking forward to knocking this fella out on Saturday night. Yeah.
This one has been quite a spicy build-up. It has been, there's been hands put on each other. You've been separated by security, as I mentioned. Why do you think that is? What's going on?
I don't have a clue, to be honest with you. It's up to this fella. I was all right, to be honest with you, until, I don't know what happened to him. He got an emotional wreck, and his emotions got to him, and it's probably the same thing's going to happen to him in this fight, do you know what I mean? I don't know. I wasn't trying to do anything. I went to shake his hand before we went up to the thing. He gave me the yeah fist bump, and then from then it went downhill from him.
Well, let's bring in Joshua Buatsi and get his version of events here. Are you an emotional wreck, Joshua?
Firstly, let me thank Aaron for coming here. His Excellency, Boxer, those that are behind it. I don't think I'm an emotional wreck now.
You're not now because you're starving.
Yeah, I'm starving, it's true.
Shut up. Don't start with all that crap again.
Starving. But I tell
you're hungry.
You one thing though.
You look hungry, bro.
We're a couple of days away from the fight, so there's nothing that's gonna happen to derail me. We're like 2-3 days away, so I'm looking forward to it.
What has happened here? Because I watched your roundtables with Craig Richards, Dan Aziz. Do you want a handshake at the end?
If you want to know, go online, because I've done repeating myself about grabbing the scalp. It wasn't a big thing. Let's move on, man. We're 2 days away.
It was... Dev, just keep talking. Well, I don't even know where it come from, because me and this fella, even though we only met a few times, A couple of times we did meet, I beat him up in the gym. Apart from that, it was always all right. Do you know what I mean? Listen, I'm the biggest working ticket in the whole entire world. Far from it. But I genuinely was actually trying to be all right with this man. And then he tried to be a bad man, and he ain't got any bad man in him. You know what I mean? Bad man, what do you know? I'm gonna go too, bro. Yeah, what's up? What?
I can ask you another question, Josh. I mean, look, Willie has mentioned there, and there is a theme of sparring story heading into this event. He is on record quite regularly saying that he had his way with you in sparring. I know you've done several interviews saying you don't believe that to be the case. This is the opportunity on the big stage to kind of downplay his claims.
It's not an opportunity on a big stage. It's all on the internet. So again, Dev, if you want to remind yourself, if anyone here wants to remind themselves, go on YouTube, man. The answer's the same.
How do you win this fight?
By being batsy, I show up. I tell you guys who my source is. I always give reference to God because literally everyone here works hard and different things work for different people. But for me, that's my source.
What do you think of Willie Hutchinson?
I think about him what you think. What everyone thinks about him is the same.
To be honest with you, I think I'm alright. Unless I'm deluded and away with the fairies, I genuinely think I'm actually alright. I shake everybody's hand. Every person I meet, I shake their hand. I try and be as helpful as I can. It can be a nightmare sometimes, yeah. Like I'm his nightmare just now, but I'm only his nightmare. You know what I mean?
Think you're a nice guy, then everyone thinks you're a nice guy, then you're a nice guy.
Well, they're all laughing. I'm not laughing with you.
I don't need people to laugh at me, bro. They're laughing at you.
Counterpunch.
No one laughs, so I like that. That's all right. Well, I hope not. Anyhow, I think you're all my friends, and I'm enjoying every second of this until really tomorrow is the first bit in it. So when you weigh in, we'll see. We'll go see each other again anyhow. We'll get food into us, and then Saturday night. First things tomorrow, and then Saturday. Listen, I've been in camp for 11 weeks. Today, Thursday. I went on a Thursday, 11 weeks. I've been training my ass off for 11 weeks. I've done all the hard work. This is fun, man. Enjoy yourself, innit? This is what on earth have I been doing all that for? What to look on the table? Oh, these things. You know what I mean? I've been training for this man for not for 11 weeks, for 17 years. He's the biggest of for me. And I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. You know what I mean? This is fun. Have some fun. That man looks like he's gonna cry his eyes out, bless him.
Tell us why you win this fight, Willie.
Why? Because I'm far too good for him. That's simple.
Any final message, Josh?
In every aspect, yeah?
Any final message?
He knows it.
I told him already, September 31st, I'll see you. So 2 more days, bro. I'll see you.
It's just like that, man.
It's just like that. Thank you, Willie. Thank you, Joshua Boazzi. Brilliant. WBO Interim Light Heavyweight Championship on the line on Saturday night. Of course, the winner is in line for a shot at the winner of Artur Beterbiev against Dmitry Bivol coming up October 12th, all part of Riyadh season. That's a fantastic fight. Do not miss that one.
Yes.
Well, let's move on to the chief support. We've got 2 middleweights here who both have different habits. We've got Hamza Shiraz, who has got a habit of knocking out every single middleweight that gets put in front of him. We've got Tyler Denny, who has a habit of when he is presented with an unbeaten rising British middleweight, he takes their unbeaten record. That's what we have heading into this fight. He's also the European champion, and Tyler Denny, I'm going to start with you. In your most recent fights, you talked about how you want to go to Saudi. You want to go and get some of that Saudi magic. Well, Saudi has come to you. Riyadh season has come to the UK. How does it feel to be part of such an incredible show?
Listen, I'm privileged, man, and I've talked it into existence. I'm here. But first, I want to thank His Excellency, Spencer Brown, Boxer, BCBL Johnson, and my whole team. It's been a great experience all week. I've enjoyed every second of it, and I'm looking forward to Saturday night. I plan to enjoy that even more.
What do you make of your opponent here? He is he's unbeaten. He's got very heavy hands. He's a Riyadh season ambassador as well, by the way. So very much a fan.
Are you ready to start investing in vacation rentals but don't know where to start? Let the Short-Term Shop help. We've got expert real estate agents across 20 different top vacation rental markets in the country. We can help you not only find and purchase your short-term rental, but we can teach you how to manage it as well. We have a whole back-end training program that will teach you everything you need to know about managing your vacation rental remotely, from setting up your Airbnb and Vrbo listings, all the way to helping you source your local boots on the ground like cleaners, handymen, etc. We also practice what we preach at the Short-Term Shop. And between all of us, we own about 400 doors worth of investment properties. So if you guys think that you're ready to start investing in vacation rentals, fill out the form below and contact us at the Short-Term Shop today. We look forward to having you.
If your home or business has sustained storm-related damage and you are not satisfied with the compensation offered, or if you just haven't filed a claim yet, use this free service to find out if you might be entitled to more. 2 critical things every Texas homeowner must know. First, if your roof, siding, or windows were damaged, you should get enough money to cover all replacement costs.
Okay.
Is it to have Riyadh season here in the UK? You must be very proud as an ambassador.
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to thank the Almighty Allah for allowing us to be here today. I'd like to thank His Excellency Turkey Al-Sheikh for, not just giving me, but giving all us fighters up here the opportunity to give back. I'd like to thank the main man Spencer down there for helping me out a lot. And yeah, I'm honoured, Dev, honoured to say the least. It's like I keep saying, it's our opportunity to give back, especially being a Riyadh season ambassador. There's expectations there, and people say, is it pressure? I wouldn't say it's pressure. I like having these expectations of me, because I turn up, I show up, and I get the knockout.
Well, you're in against a man who is an underdog who keeps on winning. What do you make of your opponent, Tyler Denny, on Saturday night?
Listen, he does what he's got to do. You know what I mean? He does what he's got to do. He turns up. He's been beaten whoever's in front of him, the underdogs and whatnot. But at the end of the day, you got to remember.
Julian Falcon in the building. Bara Elohim. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Squilla 50 in the building. Ronnie Edits. Nice.
I understand the mission of what I've set out to do and how I want to achieve it and what I've got to do. And the buck stops at Tyler Denny and I've got to get him out of the way.
Well, Tyler, let me just bring you back in here. You were asked a little while ago, do you feel like Hamza Shiraz has made a mistake taking on a fight with Tyler Denny, considering he's on the cusp of challenging for a world title? You said, yes, I feel he has made a mistake. We put that to Hamza, and he said, well, that might change in fight week. The energy may change from Tyler. So what is the energy? Has this man made a mistake?
Listen, man, if you think I was going to turn up and start shooting myself, you got another thing coming. I don't get the question. I don't get why you can get triggered by that. You asking me if I made a mistake. I'm never going to say, no, I made the right decision, he's going to splatter me. You know what I mean? I believe in myself. Of course I'm going to say he's made a mistake. That's just what it is. He could have waited around and got his opportunities. Fair play to him, man.
Stuart, what round will Danny Dubois? We'll probably look at that later on in the fight. I don't think what round Dubois. I would think what round will the fight end, just to make it fair. Okay, so because Dubois can bang too, so don't overlook the other guy with the other hands and the other opportunity with the other punch. Okay, so I'll do that definitely. We're gonna come in hard. Yes.
Well, Tyler Denny was also asked 3 reasons why I beat Hamza Shiraz. He said, I wanted too much, my confidence is sky high, and I'm a sore loser. How do you deal with that?
I win. It's as simple as that. Don't really make much of it. He done what he had to do, he answered the questions, and that was that.
You're on a streak of 14 consecutive knockouts. When you look across there, you see Tyler Denny. Is that number 15?
Yeah, definitely, inshallah. That's the plan. Do you know what I mean? I've worked too hard, Dev. I've worked too hard.
Tyler, any response?
No chance, man. No chance. I'm winning the fight, obviously. He believes he wins the fight. But I think it's 2 people who genuinely believe they're winning the fight. You know what I mean? So you're going to get a good fight. And that's the good thing with Riyadh season, is the best fighting the best, man. You know what I mean? So bring it on.
Bring it on, indeed. Thank you, Hamza Shiraz. Thank you, Tyler Denny. Brilliant fight. at middleweight on Saturday. Well, that concludes the undercard part of the press conference. They're going to do face-offs now down the front, and we'll be back very shortly for the main event. Thank you.
Nice. So the undercard guys have been that has been done.
So that concludes.
I'm gonna take a little intermission, and I will be right back for the main live event live. So stay tuned with me. We're still gonna be live. We're still gonna continue to be live, and we're going all the way live. So give me 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. I will be back for the main event. They're going to do the face-off. They're going to do the intensity. We're going to see all that, and we're going to feel it all at the same time. But stay tuned for Danny Dubois versus Anthony Joshua. Live press conference coming soon. Great. I'm sorry. I didn't even hit the right. I just said I had to take an intermission. School of 50 in the building. Appreciate you, the man with the wrench that takes no sound. Julian's Falcon, we will. Okay. When you put it like that, 300-pound Haney is crazy. So we're going to continue. We got Joshua Dubois sending his regard and his thoughts on it. we're wrapping up the undercard. They just did the face-off. Hey, face-offs were okay. Nothing crazy happened. So, during my intermission, we was taking a look at it. I hope you guys are watching it along. You know what I mean? Vince in the building. What's up, brother? Kind of punch to you. But back to Josh Warrington. Let's see. What did I miss? What did I miss? Okay. Dubois can't let this fight go to the cards. AJ is already the favorite, has to KO the man and get the winner of Fury versus Usyk. Well, here's the thing. If it goes Queensberry's way, it's Dubois all the way. If it goes Queensberry's way, it's Tyson Fury all the way. And that fight will be like Dubois versus Tyson Fury. It would probably be in Saudi Arabia, maybe, but then, it would be for all the belts, but the fight that people wanted to see, we won't get to see. So, yeah, I think boxing will take a hit as far as popularity goes. But the authenticity of boxing is always the unexpected things. That's what neutralizes and balances off boxing. It makes boxing very fair because it's so many elements that makes boxing corrupt to the point we still see things that corrupt-minded people that like to control the sport can't predict, and that's unpredictability. That's all that really means. Okay, so it is what it is. Fury would KO Dan Dubois. Yeah, what he would do would probably make Dubois quit like Usyk made him quit. That's what more than likely will happen. If Dubois outpowers Joshua, and then Tyson can find that right uppercut to Usyk, and Usyk has no answer for it, and he beats Usyk some type of way, there will not be a third fight. Tyson Fury will then get back with his ever-loving promoter Frank Warren, and they will probably depend on Turkey Al-Sheikh's money. But the fight itself, no, I don't think it will be much of a challenge because Danny Dubois, he will try to fight Tyson Fury, and I don't think he's fast enough to keep up with Tyson Fury nor have the foot movement. He can probably work the body, but we've seen that in Derek Chisora, even though Danny Dubois is a lot younger than Derek Chisora, but pretty much the same style. I think Dubois' boxing ability is a little bit better, but nonetheless, I don't see him doing anything with Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury will just probably frustrate him to the point Danny Dubois will revert back to that person that he was once before he got the stardom to knock 3 people in the dirt, and that's Miller, Hrgovic, and Joshua, and then of course Fury will make him probably quit again. Okay, so it is what it is in that regard. Usyk can't beat a focused Fury. Okay, we'll see. Cameron Dubois has a better chance of beating AJ than Triple D. Ha! The leprechaun of NOFC. Dubois win by doing a Holyfield headbutt AJ. Hey, whatever it takes. A lot of people are like, hey, man, that's what you're supposed to do. It's a dirty tactic, but will it get the job done? That's the question you got to ask yourself, though. Great. That's it. AJ and Fury became champs around 27 years old. Well, here you go. Danny Dubois right in line, isn't he? Let's continue.
Okay, great. Ben, good to see you as always. Cheers. Thanks. Enjoy the next couple of days.
Ben Shalom in the building, the promoter of Boxer.
Come back in and join us. And Moses, I'll just bring you in on that conversation we were having before lunch.
Okay, let's see. Miller ain't got the best boxing ability either, and he's still landing on Daniel. So you're right there. But I do see AJ getting the KO too. But do you see? I think because I got a lot of videos to do today, man. But I think that fight's gonna come down to durability. Just like Hrgovic. But I don't see Hrgovic to me looked not so impressive to me, honestly. Will Dubois' trainer make it back in time for the fight? Again, I don't know. I don't know if he will. It's difficult. It's difficult for me, honestly, because he will, like, for me, I think Danny Dubois has a lot against him already. I think Philip Hrgovic has, he wasn't as good as we thought he was, really. I really didn't care for Hrgovic in regards. Hrgovic was a guy that became an unofficial, overhyped legend based on sparring. If you guys can remember, Philip Hergovic was like 19 years of age when he was sparring a 26-year-old Deontay Wilder. And, Philip was doing a hell of a good job, right? He was getting in there, doing his thing, going to war with Wilder. And it looked in times in that spar, he was getting the best of Wilder because Wilder's, pretty sloppy and awkward or whatever. And they were sparring. But I have to remind people that Deontay Wilder, I don't think was just trying to knock him out. I think he was trying to push or trying to bring Philip Hergovic out of his shell to push Hergovic to his max. That's what he was trying to do. Come on, he was telling him, come on, hit me more, come on. Because he wanted that contact from Philip Hergovic. Philip Hergovic was that nice little fighter back then. And when I say nice little fighter, I mean he was young, not small. Okay? So I wouldn't mind Dubois winning. He's British and he's the underdog. Well, if Daniel Dubois wins, it makes boxing exactly what I said it was. Unpredictable. Unpredictability is what makes boxing fair in a sport that's not fair. If that makes sense. Quan's big guns in the building. AJ will KO Dubois 9. Ouch. Maybe 8. But I can tell you this, guys, something that you probably didn't know. I'll probably leave this for a video. But I'll tell you guys now that Danny Dubois' friend, okay, I say friend, Rice Fox people, betted me 10,000 pounds that Dubois will knock out Anthony Joshua. Oh, yeah, you heard that right. Joshua versus Ngannou, Zhang versus Wilder, Hergovic. Okay, I got to get that. Boom. Hergovic versus Dubois, Dubois versus Miller. Take that bet. Nah, bro, I'm not forking over no 10,000 if Dubois messes around and catches AJ with a damn left hook. You know what I mean? I was tempted, but I did that last year. I lost $4,000 in a fight. No, I mean, not on a fight, but in a bet, which I felt stupid because I really don't even gamble. So, yeah. No, she inboxed me personally, bro. I'll do a video on it and tell you, nah, Kurt, take that bet. No, I mean, I was like, man, that's an easy 10 grand. She got to fork over the money. Go ahead and Zelle it to me or PayPal or something. But but she betted me. I bet 10,000. But you know what I mean? But I told her no. Like, no, I'm not betting you, dude. But she's still a Dubois supporter, regardless of the other stuff. Yeah, you're going to be 10 stacks poor betting on AJ. It's just, bro, it's boxing. Daniel might come in there possessed because his daddy might gave him the voodoo. And he comes in there all indestructible. Push, 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 push. You're not winning, AJ. Oh! So she likes quitters. School of 50 in the building. So it is what it is, man. My granddaddy shaking his booty cheeks, Wheel of Fortune. TWC Myers. All right. We see the last live stream an hour ago. AJ is more powerful, but Dubois more technical. No, bro. What? No, I think AJ is more technical and Dubois is more powerful. That's a difference. Right, I'm taking Dubois. Yeah, I heard that, Julian. You heard it. He's saying that Danny Dubois is more technical. Like, what? Please, dude, what's the deal? What is the deal? I am very feel. Dubois ain't more powerful either. His chin is better, though. We'll see. Technique beats power, depends. I'm not sure if Dubois has AJ's power. I think it's who's able to take each other's power, regardless of what they have. Can you take it? That's what we need to be asking ourselves. Like, who's the more powerful puncher? No, bro. It's who can take the punches. You know what I mean? Saying I'm more powerful. I can punch through this wall and make a bigger dent. Can you? No, that ain't what it is. What we're talking about is who is able to take whose punches in the ring. That's what it all matters. No matter who punches harder. That's just Deontay Wilder nonsense bullshit talk. We're talking of who can land a shot that the other one can't take. That's what we need to be looking at over here. We got Michael Buffer in the building. Counterpunch to you, Michael Buffer. It ain't about how you get hit. It's how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. Brain damage. You mean Rocky Balboa in this building, you know? Look at Daniel Dubois all got it, his tie on. Who was he by? Let me see who that was. Dubois wearing a suit, bro. Somebody's coaching him, telling him how to dress. Winner needs to box Zhang. Yeah, that would be dope. Zhang got to beat Parker. Now, I have so many videos to do. I have at least 7 videos to do today after the live stream. So I will be busy, people. I'll be busy. You know, I'll be busy. Well, I got to drop a quick soccer bet. Hopefully be back to catch the rest of the press conference. Vincent in. Do your thing, but be careful. Okay? So, were you a Mosley fan? Like, you mean Shane Mosley? Oh, yeah. Power boxing in the building. We drop bows on him. We're going to throw them bows. Doom, doom, doo-doo. He's always come out to Luda when Luda was trying to throw them bows. You know? I wonder who that was he was with. No. I don't know who that chick is, but definitely she knows him. Is that Caroline? Hey, Caroline looks fine. Oh. Okay, let's go back here. So, you know, they're ready to come out. So we're getting this thing started. This is the Boxer Super Bowl this weekend. Quan's Big Guns in the building. You ain't lying, bro. It's going to go hard. This is championship funeral suit. That's his championship funeral suit. Triple D champion 2024 through 2024. Great. Who's Zhang beat? Old Man Wilder and Joyce. Wilder, he's beat Joyce. That's it. I mean, it's just like Bakali. Bakali's knocked out Tony Yoka, and he's knocked out Jared Anderson. But understand something about Zhang and Bakali. Those guys may not have been tested, but also those guys have not been tested probably for a reason. At this point in boxing, you can't pretend that Mark McCauley has not arrived. You can't pretend that Zhilei Zhang has not arrived. You can't pretend these guys are not around no more. They're making a name for themselves, and they're doing it with gore. Bars. That's what I'm talking about. Zhang beat Hergovic too, but he was robbed. Okay, we can go with that too. Skrilla 50 in the building. Great counterpunch to you, sir. Bars. You see, I'm dropping bars, people. I'm dropping bars. That's what I'm doing. This is the Boxing Super Bowl this weekend. I agree with Quan's Big Guns, and I know I've said that already, but we have to make that known. Bakali and Zhang are heavy hitters. And I think let the fight between these two guys, Godzilla versus King Kong, let it be. You know what I mean? Zhang is Godzilla, Bakali's King Kong. right? Let it be, let it build, let it marinate. The only difference is you can't let it build or marinate too long because we all know Zhilei Zhang doesn't have all that time. Before his body's gonna start breaking down, shucks. He's a guy that's already suffering from stamina issues, endurance issues. So you have to understand that he has to fight. If he's gonna fight Macaulay, aka Godzilla, King Kong, or whatever, versus King Kong, that fight needs to happen. Dangerous. That's way why Eddie's going to keep AJ away. Kurt, when are you not dropping bars? I know, right? Thank you, Julian Falcon. I know I'll be dropping them suckers, bro. Skrilla 50. Now he gassed out early and Hergovic took the later rounds. Also, the knockdown was not legitimate. Well, he still knocked him down, and that showed you he had the heavy hands and the ability, which also proves, though, that he can punch. He's heavy-handed. Ask Joe Joyce. Ask Deontay Wilder. Ask Philip Hergovic as well. Those guys know that, it wasn't no rematch with Zhilei Zhang, was it? No, because they knew better than that. They're like, no, we're not going to let this fly by. What we're going to do, we're going to slide by with this win because we're not coming back again. Bars. That's what I'm talking about. It's over. It's now or never for Zhang. He's 40. He's actually 41, isn't he? Quan's Big Guns. I have no idea why the power backed Hergovic giving him wins after getting whooped. Zhang, he was a hype train. Bars. Look at you. Look at Quan's Big Guns dropping bars. Julian Falcon, Kurt be dropping bars like Iron Mike and Foreman be dropping people. Julian Falcon in the building. I like it. I'm going to take it. Michael Buckland, Zhang versus AJ. Who you think? I think AJ because Zhang may be getting old. But if he gets caught, we can see how good AJ's chin really is. Okay? He didn't knock him down. He had his hand behind his head and pulled him down. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Main event stuff.
Warren for Queensbury Promotions and Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing. Sponsorship provided by Visit Saudi, Suleiman Al Habib Hospital, Saudi Airlines, Red Sea Global,
Joe
Korea,
Boyce,
and Middle East in partnership with Gold Star Promotions and Sella. Ladies and gentlemen, special thanks to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, His Royal Highness Prince Mohammed bin Salman, and His Excellency, Chairman of the General Entertainment Authority, Turkey Al Sheikh. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final press conference for Saturday night's main event. 12 rounds of boxing for the IBF Heavyweight Championship of the World. Let's meet the promoters and the fighters at this time.
Let's go, people.
Matchroom Boxing, Mr. Eddie Hearn.
Hearn with Hearn, baby. Hearn with Hearn. How much are they being paid? That's a good question. I don't know the leprechaun of NOFC. AJ trained by Ben Davis and beats every heavyweight. Ah, man, that's bold. Frank Warren in the building. You don't play with me. You don't play with Brick Top. I'm Brick Top.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the
Brick Top in the building.
From London, England. 23 fights as a professional. 21 victories.
Daniel Triple D.
That's a 90% KO to victory ratio.
Triple D.
Former WBA heavyweight world champion and the current reigning and defending IBF heavyweight champion of the world. Triple
Come on, bro. Fix that time. No, it's good. Triple D in the building. Triple D in the building. Triple D in the building. Triple D in the building.
Also from London, England, an Olympic gold medal champion. 31 fights as a professional. 28 victories. 25 of those 28 victories by KO. The two-time heavyweight champion of the world, AJ Anthony Joshua.
That boy good. He good. And Skip, you have a great boxing IQ, champ. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's turn this
Here we go, peeps.
over to our host,
Yes, bud. This is on right now.
Thank you very much, Michael. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the very beautiful, historic, and iconic London Guildhall. Welcome to another huge, monumental event, and welcome to Riyadh Season Wembley edition. Look, I've been very fortunate to have attended all the Riyadh Season events, from our very first one, Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou, to our most recent event in LA, Terence Crawford versus Israel Madrimov. And all of the events have exceeded our expectations. And all the events have got bigger and bigger. Not just fight night, that's not what Riyadh Season is about, but fight week. More excitement, more events, more engagement, and most importantly, more eyeballs on the sport that we love, boxing. What Riyadh Season has done...
Uh-oh. Jesus Christ. It just stopped, didn't it? What's going on? What's up with this here? Here we go. Go.
Join CBS Texas and meteorologist Scott Padgett at Wheels for Wellness. Come see dozens of stuff.
Back of a defeat to Alexander Usyk. 2 fights and 2 wins later against Jarrell Miller and Philip Hrgovic. He's now rebuilt. He's one of the best fighters in the world, and he's the current IBF heavyweight champion. Anthony Joshua entered Riyadh Season, and it was Otto Wallin, a stern test on paper that he came through with flying colours. And then it was Francis Ngannou, a man who had previously caused Tyson Fury so much problems. Anthony destroyed him in a couple of rounds. So here we are, 2 fighters in arguably the form of their lives that will compete in front of 96,000 spectators at the National Stadium. Anthony Joshua versus Daniel Dubois for the IBF heavyweight title in front of the best fight fans in the world, the British fight fans. Now, look, normally, I'm going to break protocol a little bit here. Normally, you go to the promoters, and I will get to them, Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren, but I want to go to the fighters first. Daniel, I want to come to you.
Okay, Ade. Okay, Ade.
And I want you to clear something up for us, Daniel. The rumors are circling.
Here we go.
Where is your trainer, Don Charles?
Oh.
Is there an issue?
Oh.
Is it a case of Don is just sick and not here? What's happened? We haven't seen Don all week.
Listen, as long as they're in my corner on fight night, I'm alright.
But everything is okay?
Yeah, everything's good, you know.
Okay, that's good to hear. Let's move on from that and let's put that rumour to bed. All right, let's start with you, Daniel. Again, you are current IBF heavyweight champion. You can see that the camera's here. This is a fight of extreme magnitude, right? I'm saying this is the biggest British fight card we've ever seen. You headline it. How are you feeling? How's preparation gone?
Everything's gone well. Training camp's been brilliant. I'm ready to fight. Let's go.
That you are, I know. You wanted this fight against AJ for a while, not just after the Hrgovic fight, before that. You've called him the King. You said you're the King Slayer. Why have you wanted this fight against
King Slayer
so badly?
Well, it's a resurrection story of my career, and, you know, I'm just on a roll right now, so, you know, I just want the biggest challenges and make a name for myself and create history.
You've had some ups and downs, like every fighter, every top fighter. The ups recently have been very, very good. Jarrell Miller, Philip Hrgovic. When did it switch, Daniel? When did you realise that you are one of at the top table?
No, I've always known that. You know, I haven't got too much to say right now. I'm just ready to go on Saturday. It's a great show, and I just can't wait to go.
Yeah, but let's move on. I'm going to come back to you, Daniel, though you'll answer a few more questions.
Day's going hard, bro. The day is like, let's get to it. Where's your trainer?
You've done it. You've seen it all.
Where's your trainer?
You've been in big events since you turned pro. What's it like to be at another big event, Riyadh Season at Wembley, home of what I think was your biggest success against Vladimir Klitschko?
What a blessing. Thanks for everyone coming today, but it's a blessing to be back again, to be able to perform, prove to myself, prove to my team that I've listened to the instructions in training camp, and we're ready to rock and roll. And I'm in supreme condition, both physically and also mentally. So yeah, it's good to be back, and I've been watching some of the old fights as well. Just adding some fuel to the fire, ready to rumble, reminding myself what I can do and what I'm capable of.
We all know exactly what you can do. Daniel Dubois is a name that maybe many thought wouldn't have been your opponent a few months ago. What type of challenge do you expect Daniel Dubois to bring to you on Saturday night?
We'll find out. We've already got a couple of hours left, so everyone that's going to be there, you'll enjoy it, but we'll find out. I can't say I'm not Daniel. All I could do is focus on myself.
Indeed. Again, we will go back to the fight, but I did want to speak to you first and foremost. Eddie, let's speak to your charge before we talk about Anthony Joshua. Let's talk about Riyadh season, Wembley edition. I spoke to yourself and Frank, and I was like, look, these Riyadh season events in Riyadh are fantastic. The one in LA was fantastic as well, but we need to get an event in London. We need to get an event at the National Stadium. We're only a couple of days away. What does it mean to have such a big event at Wembley?
Oh yeah, well, good evening everyone, and firstly thank you of course to the Crown Prince and His Excellency Turki Al Sheikh for the vision really. I think everybody felt that Riyadh season would be in Riyadh, and it's been just under a year now since we began boxing in Riyadh season, and the change that we've seen in the sport already has been quite phenomenal. But we didn't expect to see events in Los Angeles, to see events in London, and this one's very special. You know, it's the record. It's 96,000. Where I think
record breaker.
British boxing needs
record breaker.
And it's a shot in the arm that's been provided time and time again by this man to my right. You know, I know he's not a fan of plaudits, but you have to give them to him because we're all very proud of the way he's carried himself since the Olympic gold medal to changing the sport in this country. Every fighter in the country today has benefited off the rise, the performances, and most importantly, the behaviour of Anthony Joshua. He's been a role model. He's inspired boxing from the top to the bottom level of the grassroots of the game. And personally on Saturday, I can't wait. You know, I think His Excellency is going to look around and see one of the greatest nights British boxing has ever seen. Just a phenomenal undercard. And as this fight draws closer, people start to realise what a great fight this is. Two dangerous British heavyweights fighting for the World Heavyweight Championship. And we look back through the nights of Klitschko and Povetkin. AJ's done it all before, but Saturday will be particularly special. Three-time World Heavyweight Champion, and a list that's so thin: Muhammad Ali, Lennox Lewis. And again, I know he's focusing on the performance, but legacy awaits on Saturday night for the most thrilling night. And thanks.
What's the show that makes
go
easier for kids?
Go away, go.
Promoters and broadcasters and Queensbury and team, Spencer Brown, Gold Star, of course the Matchroom team, 258. It's been a brilliant collaboration with Riyadh Season, who will break records on Saturday night and give us one of the great sporting moments. Proud of Anthony Joshua, a full believer in exactly where he's at. Never seen him so calm, never seen him so calculated, never seen him so confident. I believe with all my heart, three-time World Heavyweight Champion on Saturday, and do not miss it. It's going to be a very special night.
Thank you very much. Frank, one question to yourself. Obviously, look, you've had Daniel Dubois since the beginning, very much like Eddie's had Anthony since the beginning. You've believed in your man, even with the ups and downs. What a moment for him on Saturday to headline, as we've been hearing, in front of 96,000 people.
It is. First of all, again, I'd like to thank His Excellency and the team who made this happen. This is an iconic moment for British boxing, there's no doubt about it. It's in an iconic building. The last few press conferences we've had, they've also been in iconic venues, but this is going to be something special. Two massive big punchers, two really good boxers, both of them on a roll, both of them winning fighters. They both had their ups and downs, not just Daniel, both of them had their ups and downs. And so we are definitely going to see something special. And for me, there's nothing better than two Brits in the ring, in a competitive fight, in a big fight, to get atmosphere, 96,000 people.
Wow, lit, bro. It's going to be lit.
Something special. And Daniel, I do believe, is going to show what he's all about. I believed in him from day one, and he's come through everything. Trials and tribulations, injuries, lots of different things happening behind the scenes, and he's now sitting here with his belt, and he's not letting it go. He's here to keep that belt, to confirm that he is the IBF champion against a very, very good fighter. You know, Joe, who's been brilliant for British boxing, British sport, a man whose record's been impeccable as an amateur. You know, got robbed as a amateur world champion, won the gold medal, two-time world champion. But then we got the new kid on the block. This new kid on the block can fight. He can punch. He's as big a puncher, not a bigger puncher than AJ. He can jab, same as AJ, and he's got mobility. He's fast, and he's a good finisher. So one thing's for sure, do not blink in this fight. Do not blink, because from the first bell to the last, it's going to be something extra special. I believe this heavyweight fight could be the Britain's Hagler Hearns. That's how exciting it's going to be.
And I want to come back to you. I know you said no more questions, but I will try and force a few more questions from you, Daniel. Now,
no more questions.
Right? I mean, it's the dream from a kid to where you are now. You've got a new IBF belt in front of you. How's the confidence levels gone up since you've become champion?
Julian Falcon, stop.
Yeah. You know, the world title, I need to retain it and hold on to it. So, yes, it's a great thing to have, but you know, I need to legitimize myself by winning this fight. So, now I'm ready to go. I'm ready for a fight.
Do you expect to knock out Anthony Joshua?
By any means necessary. Knockout, whatever way it comes.
Points, knockout, whatever way it comes, you're ready for it.
Sure.
AJ, not been knocked out before.
Yeah.
A lot of people have said they can knock you out. France and Ngannou mentioned it before when we did the face-off. Other fighters have said it as well.
The landlord. I'm the landlord.
Okay, you have to do what you
I'll pay your rent now.
Definitely. Show Daniel and his whole team the respect they deserve during training camp, and that's going to put me in good stead on Saturday. So yeah, I'm tough. So is he. As Frank said, we've got all similarities. So may the best man win, really. And good luck to him. Good luck to his team. Thank you to my team for their efforts as well. Yeah, British boxing. One thing when I first started boxing, I said I want to bring the heavyweight division back alive in the UK, and I think we've done that. So well done to everyone here as well.
You guys are being very respectful now, which is nice to see. It is a gentleman's sport. I did the face-off for both of you about a month ago. It wasn't very nice towards the end of that face-off. I had to move back, and everyone accused me of ducking away from it. I wasn't. But you accused him of being disrespectful then.
Yeah.
What happened for those that maybe didn't get that clip? Why was he disrespectful?
It wasn't disrespectful, it was just a phrase I used, but he said, let's go now. And I clicked for a minute, I said, what does he mean by that? And then he repeated it again. And I just feel like anyone in here, if I was boxing, this is what happens, this is boxing, these things happen, so, you know, we're fighting Saturday, let's go. So as I was saying.
Okay, that didn't make any sense.
At the press conference, I just feel like you should never let anyone take an inch, because I'll end up taking a mile. You know what I mean, Dan? Sorry? That's it.
What?
Never take an inch. Never let anyone take an inch. Dan, I've spoken to you all week, and all week it's...
I still don't get it.
The switch is now on.
Yo!
Because you're a few days away from Anthony Joshua. Has that switch turned? Because we spoke yesterday.
Yo! Sorry. Yo!
It's a very different...
Yo, we gotta talk, bro.
No, I've been preparing for this for months, weeks, and you know, it's spoken about at the start of my career, so as a pro. So, you know, here we are now. I'm ready for it. I feel good. I'm ready.
Okay, as I cleared up the Don Charles thing,
Yeah, it was a clam up, bro.
I want to clear up one more thing. And forgive me, both of you, for doing this, but I do need to clear it up because a lot of people want to know about it as well.
Uh-oh.
This spar that happened.
Uh-oh. A day. He coming in, baby.
In a recent documentary, you heard about the spar and you signed him basically because of that spar as well. Can we clear that up now? Obviously, we know you guys are going to fight for the real thing.
Right. Let's clear it up.
Clear up the sparring story, these sparring rumors. AJ?
He cracked me with a great shot, and it's my chance to get him back on Saturday.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to it.
There you go, Daniel.
Well, we sparred hundreds of rounds, didn't
it? You cracked him, Daniel. So you know you can hurt.
It's sparring, now we're fighting, it's different, you know? I think it's different? We're ready to go. Let's move on now. We can move on now.
Oh, whoa, wait a minute. Dubois went.
Let's just keep this one
Blah! Look, Dubois getting pissed, bro.
I ain't predicting nothing. I'm ready to go, and I'm ready to fight.
As expected.
Damn.
Anthony Joshua,
what's wrong with Dubois?
How do I win on Saturday? Happening in a variety of ways, various ways, but I'm not dependent on punch power, you know. You know what, it takes a lot more than that to be a great fighter. A lot more than that to be a great fighter, so...
Danny, double G.
I'll win. But I got the fighter spirit, and that's how I'll go in there and break him down with my spirit.
Ooh.
Eddie mentioned that you can be one of those, rare fighters that are a three-time heavyweight world champion. Does that matter to you at this stage of your career, or is it big fights?
Nah, I'll tell you, all the accolades and stuff come later, because I always say it's crazy. You go back to your house on Sunday morning, have the same breakfast, put your clothes in the same laundry basket, nothing really changes. Go to the same local gym. So for me, it's just I just want to compete. I'm glad I've got some of the best challenges in front of me to compete with during my career. Brings the best out of me. So yeah, that's what it is really. I'm a competitive person, and I've got a competition that I need to attend to on Saturday, and I'm looking forward to it.
Daniel, final one. Don't get upset with me. I'm going to ask you one more. You're walking out in front of 96,000. You are a heavyweight world champion. A lot of people think you've got a good chance here. What's that feeling going to be like when you take that ring walk?
Like I've taken it many times before, just this time it's on the biggest stage, so, the energy's going to be higher.
And AJ, you've done that walk before. Again, I said, the Vladimir Klitschko fight, I thought was your best performance. An iconic performance. You take that same walk again. What's that feeling going to be like for you?
The feeling?
The feeling.
Sorry?
The feeling. What's that feeling going to be like for you?
Be the same for all of us, Honestly. All of us, many greats have walked it before. All of the undercard are going to walk it. I'm going to walk it. I'm going to feel just like any of them. But when I step into that ring, that's when I switch on and I'm ready. So the ring walk I'm not really interested in. That's just getting to the location to do my job. But once I'm in the ring, I'll be ready, 110%.
And final one to the promoters, Eddie and Frank. You've been there, both of you. You've done quite a lot in sport. You've been at Wembley before and you've held big events. You've been at Wembley before and you've held big events. What's it going to mean to both of you to take that walk with your fighters to that ring for what is the biggest British fight card we've ever seen?
Well, listen, I'll be one of the lucky 96,000 with a great seat. But all that matters is this man to the right. The journey so far, this is his fourth fight at Wembley. Going back to the Matt Legg fight where, even the Vladimir Klitschko fight, just a young man starting out with a huge heart and brute force. Now, I believe he's the best heavyweight in the world with every fundamental you need. And he developed into a great fight. Shout out Ben Davis and Barry's team, done an amazing job. And this is what it's all about. This is what high-level sport is all about. When he boxed Vladimir Klitschko at Wembley, people still say to me that was the greatest sporting event I've ever witnessed. I've been to Ryder Cup, Centre Court or Wimbledon. Nothing touched it. This is the beauty of big-time boxing you will see unfold at the National Stadium on Saturday night. It's going to be an amazing night, and history shall be made for this man.
And Frank, final one to you. You've had some incredible nights as a boxing promoter. This probably will be one of your biggest, if not your biggest, if Daniel Dubois can beat Anthony Joshua in front of 96,000 at Wembley.
Without a doubt. On Saturday night, I genuinely believe that Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois are going to provide something that's going to be extra special, not just in boxing, in sport. And I believe that Daniel Dubois will cement his legacy in boxing.
We'll find out on Saturday. Is it going to be Ann Still or is it going to be Ann the New? Daniel Dubois versus Anthony Joshua, IBF heavyweight champion. Both fighters are going to pose for photos and do a face-off.
So interesting that between the pair of them.
Okay, here we go. Face off, people. Face off, people. Face off. Feel the energy. Feel the energy.
There was an effervescence about him. He's certainly not cutting any kind of a nervous, shy or
Here we go. Face to face. Mano a mano. Let's see what we got. Who wins it? Who takes it? Who takes it? Nobody's saying nothing. Nobody's talking.
There's so much on the line for the pair of them that, given how experienced they are, they're not going to indulge in any kind of tomfoolery. They know that it's not really going to make much of a difference at this stage, because what's so fascinating about heavyweight boxing, Carl, is that...
Uh-oh. Dubois broke. AJ won. AJ won. Dubois broke his... He had to turn off. He had to turn off.
It's greater than it is.
He had to turn off, people. He had to turn off.
knows it. They all know what could happen. They're all convinced their man's going to win. Joshua's convinced he's going to win.
You guys seen?
Convinced he's going to win. But deep down, they know that the bell goes and all bets are off.
Yeah, I think I agree with everything you're saying there. I think that both guys look to be extremely confident. They're backing themselves to win the fight. Interesting that he didn't say too much, Daniel, about the Don Charles rumours that we're hearing. We're all hoping it's just a bit of an illness. He's doing the sensible thing and staying away from his fighter, but he didn't really delve into it too much. Maybe that's him playing some sort of mind games on AJ and just trying to make people aware of actually what's going on. But both guys seem really confident. AJ.
So that is that, people. I'll let and give times to vote. Wait a minute. They are asking Anthony Joshua some additional questions. So let's go through that. Oh, they don't have anything. Oh, well, you can't hear that anyway.
Okay, so Anthony Joshua there with Ariel Helwan. Unfortunately, we won't be able to bring you that.
Okay, so we didn't hear that part. Anyhow, Kurt Dubois tense. Yeah, he's on Anks. Dubois on Anks. You can tell, bro. You can tell Dubois on Anks. I mean, you can absolutely tell that this man is like something's going on with him. You know, might be he might have broke my back. Spinal. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, peeps. Yes, indeed. So, you guys get your votes in. Get your votes in, peeps. Daniel looked away first. Well, hey, I don't know. I don't think he liked that. I think the questions were kind of getting to him. Honestly, I think this is the problem. Danny Dubois is not a good PR guy. He may be a good fighter, but like PR-wise, characteristic-wise, personality-wise, he's not that guy. And you can kind of tell he's kind of getting unglued. He's looking like Damien from Friday After Next. If you guys know Damien, Damien's played by what's his name? Oh, Terry Crews. You know what I mean? Terry Crews' character, the big giant homosexual gangster that just came from prison. Yeah. He kind of puts you in the mind of that, just kind of looking around. Sky Sports isn't showing the interview. Well, yeah, that's something I think they had difficulties. Breaking the Prison is back again. Counterpunch to you. Welcome back, sir. Sky Sports isn't showing the interview. The landlord's son. Not the landlord's son. Not the landlord's son. We got 20 votes in. We got 52 people in here. We need to vote. Look. Bro, I gotta do a reaction video off my reaction video. Because, bro, that was 100% classic stuff. Danny Dubois was just like, he was like, they act like, okay. He was just like, oh, well, hey, he caught me with a good shot. AJ kind of admitted, like, yo, he cracked me with a good shot and I got to get him back. You know what I mean? Did he fall? Did he drop? No, but he got cracked with a good shot. AJ ain't ever denied that. But he said, we've sparred hundreds of rounds. And that way of him saying that, yo, I cracked him back, he's just known for that. In fact, that's what started his career, Anthony Joshua, and what he did with him while Anthony Joshua was a pro and while he wasn't a pro. That's how he got signed on what he did to Anthony Joshua, because he knows Anthony Joshua was signed and will probably always be signed with Eddie Hearn. He knows Eddie Hearn is the son of Barry Hearn. He knows Barry Hearn was his rival. So Matchroom is his rival with Queensberry, and he knew he had to have something to compete with Matchroom. So he signed Danny Dubois based on what Danny Dubois did in sparring. So basically, that is Danny Dubois' birthright, what he did with AJ in sparring. So guess what? This all comes down to reckoning. And if that's the case, which Frank Warren has admitted, that he signed Danny Dubois based off what he did to AJ, knowing AJ was an up-and-coming golden Olympian, okay? So since he knew he did that, It may be Danny Dubois' last hurrah, but that's what gave him confidence in signing Danny Dubois, Frank Warren, is because of what he did. Didn't Dubois box in the Olympics? You know what? He stopped. He's supposed to went to the games, but he decided to go pro. Yeah. So he wanted fortune over fame, basically. He didn't care about the Olympics, basically. Or maybe his dad talked him into it. Maybe his dad was like, screw the Olympics, son. Why don't you get your ass out there and start making some fight purses? That's probably what Danny Dubois' daddy did. Okay. Anthony Joshua for the knockout. Didn't Dubois. Okay, we got that one. I feel like Triple D will be the upset, but maybe that's my bias to the underdog. Strangeness. Why not? I'm normally for the underdog in this case. It still may be the case. I don't see him just beating AJ up unless he hurts AJ, unless he cracks him with another shot, unless he has a puncher's chance. All those are the same thing. So since they're all the same thing, this is what we're dealing with today. Great. Daniel facts. Boo. Okay, AJ round 9. Johns, or Khabib. Triple D will be good for 4 rounds. After that, and after that, AJ will figure him out and he'll take him to school. And really, AJ, to be honest with you, AJ, I think, came at, just trying to let the cat out of the bag that, we're all thinking it's going to be a knockout. This may be a 12-round fight where AJ shows Dubois, hey, I'm a better boxer than you. You might have cracked me with a good shot, but I can show you how I can beat you every round or most of these rounds and then show who is better overall with skill. It ain't all about power. If you can remember, that's what Anthony Joshua said. Okay. People always feel there is going to be an upset when AJ's fights. None of them dare to put money where their mouth is. Ask Skip in the building. I see the fight going back and forth like Ron Lyle versus George Foreman, with AJ recovering less than Triple D and getting stopped. That's how I see Dubois winning. Strangeness that's coming in from that undercard mindset. Don, impossible. It's a different stage. AJ been in there moments before. Anyone can get the best of anyone in sparring, especially with 16-ounce gloves. Counterpunch to Don. Dark Kent, AJ's going down. Who tells their opponent good luck? I don't know. Maybe somebody that's saying so. Bars. Okay, Daniel has a better gas tank and keeps his power all the way. More than AJ. AJ needs some mid rounds to recover. Yeah, he got the Oscar De La Hoya thing going with stamina. He got the Canelo Alvarez thing going with stamina. Yeah, I think and I believe both of those guys. There will be knockdowns on both sides. As long as we get those, I don't care if it's a loss or a knockout. If we get knockdowns, we have a fight. Hopefully we have a fight more exciting than Klitschko-Joshua or Joshua-Klitschko. I hope it's like that because Wembley, I think, will produce that. Why do you think Tyson Fury came and took out Dillian White, right? Why? Because he was in front of 94,000 people in the arena of Wembley. When you're in the arena of Wembley, something strange happens. It's almost like a haunted house in opposite terms. You get the spirit of something greater. You know it's spirit in that house, and all those people there are making it that much more intensifying when you fight at Wembley Arena. You just get something to overcome you. Maybe it's the spirit of the crowd. Maybe it's the arena itself. I don't know, but I can tell you it's all about wealth. Bars. That's what I'm saying, people. When you're talking about Wembley Stadium, we're talking about something massive. We're talking about something massive. We're talking about Arena Stadium. Wembley Stadium is off the chain. That's what people do. That's why Tyson Fury was able to come in there and catch Dillian White and take him out in 6 rounds because it was the spirit of the crowd. James Bash coming in with that cash. Bars. When AJ wins, I don't want to hear anyone say that he KO'd his old sparring partner. Going to be great, and Froch going to stay salty. I can't wait to hear Froch because Froch been real salty. Again, I have a lot of videos to acquire. James Bash, thanks for blessing me with that cash. Bars. AJ tried to intimidate in the first face-off. Dubois said, let's go now. That wasn't a face-off, bro. That was an interview. It was just called Face Off because of the HBO original show called Face Off, HBO Face Off with Max Kellerman. Okay, they just call it that, because HBO is not a thing no more in sports. Okay, so anyway, 4-ounce gloves with heavyweights would be trouble. Anyone with decent power will break their hands. Well, no, I think, see, here's the thing. The gloves are there to protect the hands regardless of what the ounce of the gloves are. So we need to understand that. I was thinking the same thing, former sparring partner. Well, here's the thing. Don't say former sparring partner when the former sparring partner is supposed to whooped up on the guy that he's supposed to be fighting. He's the one running around here talking about I did this, and now all of a sudden he's quiet. He's zipper mouth. Why is that? I wonder. That's a very good question. Why aren't you trying to boast it up? Why aren't you trying to pucker up the whole idea and what you did to AJ that day that everybody talks about, where you can have no problems talking about it away from AJ, but when AJ's there, you're like, let's just talk about the fight that sparring slams down his hand. I'm like, what are you mad about? You're the one that egged it on. You're the one that let that live, that kept that story going over the years. Now all of a sudden it's just sparring. It's just sparring. Yeah. So I don't get that. So listen, you know why though? Let me let you guys understand. Let me break it down to you. Daniel Dubois, we also know a lot about him and his history and his father's history because the fruit don't fall too far from the tree. Since the fruit don't fall too far from the tree, maybe Daniel's believing in some of that black magic stuff too. Okay, coming from Granados or Grenada, coming from Grenada, right? Coming from Grenada. Shout out to my boy from Grenada, my stunt brother. Shout out to him. He's also from that, and everybody from that. But anyway, they believe in certain things. You know what I mean? And he knows it's probably bad for the juju if he did talk about things that he did before he fought, especially in sparring, because it didn't help Filip Hrgovic, and he took heed on that and knew, well, if it ain't help Hrgovic, it ain't gonna help me. That's why he ain't bringing that up. That's why he's not putting energy or life into that. That's why he's not saying that in front of AJ, because you don't know how that can motivate and piss somebody off. Counterpunch. Dubois is the champ. He deserves respect. 100%. Danny Dubois deserves respect. Danny Dubois has went through hell and high water. Danny Dubois was labeled a quitter on top of being one of the best prospects that Queensberry had at the time. He was marketed better than Gorman, better than Joyce, better than Chisora, better than a lot of fighters, probably except Tyson Fury, but Tyson Fury was doing his own thing and always does and always will. Danny Dubois is that guy that's supposed to be respectful until he tried to get a smart idea by being an asshole. And that's what happens when you do become an asshole, when people think you're a good guy or you want people to think you're a good guy. You turn into an asshole, and then people are going to start looking at you like, you know what? I don't like that guy. Give you an example. Joe Joyce. He should have said that about his mother. That's why he got his eye broke. Karma, baby. Karma, baby. Right? So it is what it is. But, Daniel Dubois, because he got beat, because he showed that he is worth more than just being a quitter in these fights, he showed that he can fight too. And he now is the IBF heavyweight champion of the world because of it. So you need to respect and put some respect on his name, bitch, like he says. Put some respect on my name. Pay some respect on my name, bitch. That's what he said. Okay. So shout out to Daniel Dubois, the current IBF heavyweight champion of the world. So it wasn't a lot of trash talk. It was pretty calm. Had some humor in there because Daniel didn't catch the line. He didn't understand certain things. And I got to do videos concerning all of it. But guys, God bless you. We'll see you tomorrow for the weigh-in and the final face-off before they get it in. Bars. Of course, please subscribe. Everybody from Tony Lyons, Julian Falcon, Paul CX, T Pitts, Ass Skip in the building, Joseph E, Santi Yoga, GQ Hustler, Stewart in the building. Who else? The Leprechaun of NOFC, Mr. Zwain in the building, Daniel Pines, Dark Kent, James Bash coming in with that cash. Nice. Thank you, brothers and sisters, and you guys. I'll see you tomorrow live. Stay tuned for some new videos coming right at you. And all that saying, peace.